Your intelligence is being actively stolen, not by age or bad genetics, but by a series of quiet, everyday choices. These habits trick you into feeling like you're thinking clearly, while they are actually eroding your ability to focus, solve complex problems, and learn new things. Modern neuroscience shows that your brain is a highly adaptable physical structure. It is constantly changing based on how you use it. Every routine you engage in either strengthens your mental capacity or actively weakens it. Your brain is the most expensive machine you'll ever own, yet most people spend far more time maintaining their smartphones than they do their own minds. We obsess over software upgrades and battery life while leaving the tool responsible for every single decision on autopilot. Intelligence is a structure you build or a structure you slowly destroy through tiny daily behaviors repeated thousands of times. Let's look at the first behavior doing the damage. Imagine trying to read a dense, difficult book, but every 30 seconds someone taps you on the shoulder to show you a random photograph. Eventually, reading becomes impossible. That is exactly what happens inside your brain when you are constantly online. This timeline maps a phenomenon researchers call attention residue. When your deep focus is fractured by sharp interruptions, like a notification or a quick app check, your brain cannot instantly detach. A part of your mental capacity remains stuck on what you just saw, creating a lingering residue that clouds your focus. As you switch between apps, these residue areas overlap. The result is slower thinking, poor memory retention, and a deep sense of mental exhaustion at the end of the day, even if you have completed almost no real work. Deep thinking requires a specific environment that has become rare. Bill Gates famously takes think weeks of total isolation, and Charles Darwin spent decades in the quiet of Down House, away from the noise of London, to process his theories. This silence provides the necessary space for complex ideas to stabilize. Try this. Spend exactly 1 hour every day with zero notifications. No endless scrolling, no switching apps, just complete silence and single tasking. You will likely be surprised by how sharp your mind actually is when given the space to operate. Without aggressive protection of your silence, deep thinking goes extinct. But eliminating distraction is only half the battle, because the second habit is often completely mistaken for learning. We live in an era of unlimited knowledge. Books, podcasts, and online courses are instantly accessible. In theory, humanity has never been better equipped to learn, yet people consistently report feeling completely overwhelmed and mentally confused. Collecting information is entirely different from understanding it. Constantly consuming content without pausing to digest it is like pouring water into a bucket with no bottom. No matter how much you pour in, absolutely nothing stays. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman observed that our brains naturally prefer fast, effortless thinking. Reflection requires slow thinking, and slow thinking requires physical energy. It feels uncomfortable, so we naturally avoid it. You can force this process. After finishing a podcast or a chapter of a book, pause. Ask yourself, what did I actually learn? Why does this matter? How am I going to apply this to my life? One thoughtful question will teach you more than 10 hours of passive scrolling. Unless knowledge is processed through the discomfort of reflection, it is strictly entertainment wearing educational clothes. Your brain loves efficiency. Once it learns how to do something, it wants to repeat that action forever to conserve energy. Taking the same route to work, having the same conversations, and reading the same opinions feels safe. Look at this diagram. It illustrates neuroplasticity, the biological process where your brain adapts to external resistance. Every time you tackle a new, difficult challenge, you are physically building new neural pathways, bridging gaps that were previously empty. You force these connections to grow when you learn a new language, pick up an instrument, or read a complex book far outside your favorite genre. These activities feel frustrating because the brain is doing heavy lifting. The strongest minds aren't necessarily the ones with the highest IQs. They belong to people willing to stay beginners. Every expert you admire spent years looking incompetent and struggling with the basics before they achieved mastery. Comfort is terrible for cognitive growth. If you cannot remember the last time your brain struggled to understand a concept, your brain has stopped growing. Then there is the habit that silently amplifies all the others. Many people treat sleep as wasted time. They tell themselves they only need 5 hours, or that they can catch up on the weekend. But biology disagrees. During deep sleep, your brain activates a highly specific waste clearance system. It acts like an intricate engine that physically cleans itself, organizes the day's memories, and flushes out unnecessary chemical buildup. When you regularly cut sleep short, you force that engine to run dirty. Studies consistently show that even moderate sleep deprivation severely reduces your ability to make decisions, control your emotions, and learn new skills. Sleep deprivation creates a significant gap between how we perform and how we think we're performing. This happens because the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for self-monitoring and judgment, is the first part of the brain to shut down when exhausted. You become functionally impaired, but the very tool you'd use to notice that impairment has already gone offline. Protecting your sleep is a non-negotiable investment. A dirty, uncleared brain undermines absolutely every other attempt you make to improve your intelligence. Your brain is not trapped by yesterday's habits. Because of neuroplasticity, it is constantly rewriting itself. Every focused hour, every difficult problem you choose to solve, and every good night of sleep physically repairs the damage. Shift your focus away from your current IQ score. Instead, look at the physical architecture you are building through your daily routines. You can start building a stronger mind right now by following 4 specific rules. 1. Protect your attention. It is your greatest cognitive asset. 2. Reflect more than you consume. 3. Seek out discomfort and frustration, because growth hides behind challenge. And 4. Respect your sleep. Intelligence is built quietly, daily, choice by choice. It is determined entirely by what you repeatedly do when nobody is watching. If you are ready to put in the work, comment "I'm training my brain" down below to commit to the process. And if you want to explore more research-backed ideas on psychology and human potential, hit subscribe. Protect your mind, and we'll see you in the next video.